Science.
Welcome back to the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports here on Freedom 87.9. Like I told you, this program is proudly sponsored by Crown Stoppers Liberia. They are the official sponsor of the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports. So they'll run you down with some activities that took place during the course of the week. You know, the league was on a break, so it's back now after elections break. We are back. The Liberia Football Association thought to go for a break where they were affording clubs officials, their players and staffers to go to the elections where they will support their respective political party of their choice. So we are back now on course. We have to start on Friday, but we returned early from the break. So we are back on course. Activity took place in the second division and that of the first division. So let me read you some of the games, and then we'll tell you games for today, games for tomorrow. We'll start with the first division. We started on the tech team yesterday. Fipo FC suffered 2-1 defeat to Panamin. CC United suffered 2-1 defeat to Fipo FC. That means CC United has suffered 4 defeats out of 5 games. Leska FC got a 4-1 win over Nima Kwaro. On the 15th, we expect MPA Angus, who are yet to get a win, going against another struggling side, Invisible 11. Bay Mountain will be in action this time against Heavy 11. Gloria Farman against LPRC Others. Pinsville FC go against Calon FC Liberia. Madibaro, and then will clash against the former champions Watanga FC. That's it for the first division games expected to be played on. Remember, we have started already with games. March the 6th started their games already. I'll run you through the second division and tell you as it stands, the second division table. You know, before we went to the break, we had Shatter FC of Carisburg, top of the league table. But junior professional will play more games now at top of the league table. Out of 5 games, they had 12 points. They are the league leaders. So Shatter FC will be in action sometime later. But I'll run you with the results that took place or games that took place during the course of the week. Pash FC pinned Life FC 1-0. Magibi FC suffered another defeat against Junior Professional. The surprise league leader as it stands 2-0. Junior Lone Star or Philadelphia Lone Star, who started on a farm footing, collecting 2 wins in succession, settled to a goalless draw against Wulugizi FC of Lofa County. And then the other games to be played on. We also saw Discovery FC getting a win against Mighty Enforcer at the Tusafi. Nima FC will tackle Shatters FC. Then in Sano County, Sano MPO welcomes the Church Boys of Jubilee. And that tell you what happened in women football in Liberia. Then we talk to Ben Gakba, who is with the national team of Liberia. You'll be given an update about the game. We're told that game was to kick off at 12, but I'm told it has been pushed to a later time. Ben is reporting that someone is reporting that the game will be played by 6. So that get update from the women's league. Then we'll hear from Ben Gagba, who is with the national team of Liberia, to tell about the current update in the women's league. Like I told you, while we went to the break, the current league leaders is Big Spenders and Shatter Angels. They are big spenders. They have Miata Morris. We're having this news that on social media that Miata Morris will be named today, officially will be confirmed as the MVP for Liberia when it comes to women football for the Just in the League season. They are followed on the table by F Angels, who were struggling last season. And then Shatter Angels have a tough game this weekend to go against Stages Queen with 7 points. The 3 of them are level on 7 points, but go different plays. The girls from Carisburg top of the league table. So we will run you down with more of it. We have to get the full feature on the official webpage of women football in Liberia. But I talked to Ben Gagba, who is in Morocco, to give us update about the national team of Liberia as they prepare for an international friendly against Libya. The 2 countries have met so far 2 times, with each country taking a win each. Liberia getting a win and Libya getting a win. And the 2 countries, Liberia, yet to play at home against the Libyan national team that have always been on neutral ground in Morocco. So we're making frantic effort to hear from Ben Gakpa, who is with the national team of Liberia. When we hear from Ben Gakpa, then we'll cross over to our guest on the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. So if you're just joining us, you are listening to the Freedom Weekend Sports. That confirm to you that Portugal will go to the upcoming Europe. They qualified last night with a 3-2 victory, thanks to Cristiano Ronaldo, who got a brace. The age of 38, still getting the ball at the back of the net. France also qualified after whipping the Netherlands 2-1 away from Paris. So good news for them. They are going, making frantic effort to hear from Ben Gakpa to give us more update about the national team of Liberia as they prepare for 2 games, an international friendly, and then they have the AFCON qualifier coming up on the 17th against the Moroccan national team. Nothing at stake for Liberia, but they'll be hoping to see if they can get a win, meaning that will be the only win in the qualifier that is expected to come to an end next week for Liberia, because other countries are already done with the qualifying series. The draw has been made already for the Africa's 2024 AFCON. It was to be named the Africa's 2023 AFCON, but pushed to a later date in Africa's. So Ben Gakpa is not picking up. We hope he can get back to us to give us more update. But we'll have our guest here, Ms. Benita Ewing, is here again for the second time. Ms. Ewing, good afternoon. Welcome to the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports.
Good afternoon, Rolak. I'm happy to be back.
I mean, how is life? How is women football? How is Shatta Angels? How the girls are doing?
Women's football is getting there. Shatta Angels is in their prime, and the girls are doing amazing. They are hopeful. They are ready. They are practicing. They are focused. They are blessed. So that's how we are right now.
You are the defending champions of the lower league. You just come into the upper league. You just came back from relegation. You are back in high spirit. 3 games, getting 7 points. What does it really mean for your club at this time? When you have the list of determined girls, the list of Siampo, those are clubs that have been making headline when it comes to women football.
Yeah, for me, getting 7 points out of 3 games to me was not the best achievement because I looked at the fixture, I examined the fixture. Being somebody that has followed women's football, I believe that we should have gotten the exact 9 points out of our first 3 games. But like just as you said, Senior Pro is one of the most strong teams on in the upper league, and we're able to face them and draw with them a 0-0 draw. It wasn't ideal because we are fighting towards getting the championship, so we were hoping to get the 3 points, but getting 7 points out of 3 games is not ideal. We wanted the full 9 points, but we are getting there. We are staying focused, and we are keep motivating the girls.
And what went wrong that you got 7, that you're not satisfied with the 7 points you needed? The full 9 points. What went wrong?
Well, firstly, the game that we drew, it was against Senior Pro. The heartbreaking thing about that game, drawing it, is not that we drew. Everybody draws games, everybody loses games, and everybody wins games. But that was our first home game.
Okay.
So we wanted to welcome the people of Carisburg to the success of what Shatta will be in the upper league. But unfortunately, we drew, but nevertheless, we came back stronger, and then we won our next game.
You have one may describe it as water under a bridge, a difficult task on Sunday at home, Carisburg against Stages Queen with 7 points. How prepared are you going against Stages Queen?
Oh, we will win that game. We're 100% prepared. We are not worried. The girls know what they are capable of. They know what their coaches have taught them. They know the strategies that are put in place for them to succeed in a game. So as long as the girls go on the field and do exactly what the coaches say, a victory is just the least of our concern. We're just thinking now how many goals will be scored in our clean sheet as well.
How do you see women football at this time, Ms. Yuri?
I feel like it's growing under President Mustafa Raji. I feel like we are growing. Obviously, we're not growing at the same pace as other countries, other neighboring countries. But the important thing is we are growing.
So we will come back to that. So that get to what we actually call here for today.
The thing when you call me here for, because the thing when you tell me on the phone, a different thing you thought in the intro. Hayaka.
We are shocked because you've been with women football for close. If I stand to be correct,
today
3 to 4 years.
Today actually makes it officially 2 years.
Okay, so we are shocked about this news that you broke on your official Facebook page that you resign from all committee at the Liberia Football Association. including the awards committee in September. Want to know what went wrong that you resigned? Why you choose to resign from all of the committees when you keep pushing women football?
Well, many things went wrong over time, and honestly, I don't want to speak too much on the topic, but the thing is, I came in football to empower and push the girls of Carisburg and young females who want to shine, and I believe that I could bring something different. I could bring a more realistic outlook, a more hands-on leadership, and I feel like I've been doing that, and I think that many people, prominent people, have recognized that. And luckily for me, I was afforded the opportunity by President Muzaffar Raji to serve in those three committees, which I loved. I really appreciated the time. I learned a lot, but I feel like it's a distraction for me. My focus here is to build my team and to make the girls of Carisburg successful. All these different things where underground journalists will come, they will write things about you because you're on this committee, on that committee. To me, it's irrelevant because that's not what I came into football for. When I even came in, I didn't know all about these appointments and all of this. My goal was to push the girls of Carisburg, and I don't need any other distractions, especially now that I'm working towards a championship.
I'm concerned about one line in your statement that many things went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care to tell us about some of those things that went wrong that had to put you away? Because many will be concerned. You're one of those with that exuberant mood. Every time people see you, they feel the passion of women football. But you're not telling us that many things went wrong. Can you tell us some of those things that went wrong that prompted your decision?
I would say the key reason that I left is poor communication from several different angles. Poor communication, misinformation.
Okay, so Ms. Yui, let me hold Ben Gagba, who is the Deputy Media Manager at the Liberia Football Association. Ben is in Morocco. Ben, good afternoon and welcome to the Freedom Weekend Post. Ben Gagba, are you there?
Good afternoon to everyone.
My brother, how is Morocco?
There's some Monrovia left weather, very, very sunny.
Okay.
The difference is that it's a heavy breeze, not a cold breeze. That's all.
So
It's very sunny here.
So many will say it's a fair weather for the national team of Liberia. Because our players are noted for playing under such a weather.
Yeah, good weather to play football, particularly the pitches will be dry. And the game is in the evening time, 7:30, so there'll be a little bit tea if you like. So the grass will be a little bit wet, but the weather all day will be good.
Okay, so I thought to know, because previously it was reported that the game was scheduled for May. Why not 7?
The game is scheduled for 7:30. The Moroccan time, which is 6:30 on our side. What actually happened, the Caribou State Stadium in Casablanca is being used for 2 games today. It will interest you to note that there are several teams, several African teams hosting their counterparts in Morocco. Even the Farad Hotel we are stopping in, you have 5 teams in this hotel. Excluding Liberia, you have Niger, you have Sierra Leone, you have Madagascar. They're all in the same hotel. So Morocco hosting several African countries. Okay, so the game we play today with Libya is second game on the same stadium. Initially, you will have Sierra Leone taking on Benin.
Okay. Ben, despite it is an international friendly, how is the feeling like among the players? How are they seeing the game against Libya to be like?
It's the same football game.
Okay.
If you like, the guys are preparing for the game.
Okay.
They have positive thoughts towards each other, towards the game. They had a good meeting with the coach, Ansumana Keita. They discussed positive things. But on the back of all, it boils down to the 2 World Cup matches in November.
Okay.
At home against Equatorial Guinea and Namibia. So you can say that these 2 matches, the one with Libya, the friendly in Morocco, the Group K Afghan qualifier, which are been described as rubber stamp. Those 2 matches will be used as warm-up matches for the World Cup qualifiers next month, which starts on the 15th of November.
Okay, Ben Gagba, thanks for giving an update from Morocco. We hope to get more from you as the national team prepare themselves for 2 international friendlies, then the games in November going to the World Cup qualifier. Thank you, Ben.
Austin, Texas.
Ben Gagba is the deputy media manager at the Liberia Football Association that will travel with the national team of Liberia in Morocco, giving an update that it is now confirmed. Many posted on social media that the game was scheduled for May, but it's now confirmed 6:30 Liberian time, 7:30 in Morocco. Let's get back to Ms. Yue, who was in flight about the Halo Balo, some of those issues. Because we want to know what is happening because women football, FIFA is now pushing women football. So that's what we want to know.
Yeah, like I said, it was basically miscommunication that led to my resignation of all 3 LFA committees, basically.
So now you have resigned. Don't you think your influence as a big person, many will say, despite the age, but people see you as one of those influential persons pushing women football. Don't you think your resignation now will blow away the momentum of women football, and it will be like not many young girls who want to participate in the women football?
Well, I'm resigning from working on committees on the LFA, but I'm still 100% dedicated to pushing women's football. And I do believe that if I continue to empower the young girls on Shatta, teaching them their rights as a football player, teaching the importance of discipline, practice, staying focused, staying prayerful, I think that all of that contributes to the pushing of women's football. But as of now, I'm not willing to or able to push women's football in the capacity of working under the LFA.
Okay, let me just confirm to you that we are being joined in by Giant Tumo, front page Africa newspaper, on the program The Freedom Weekend Sports here on Freedom 87.9. And let's just inform you that the Liberia Football Association 4th award ceremony will be held this evening at the Ellen Johnson Salif Ministerial Complex in Congo Town. And Giant Tumun is one of those journalists in the category of those wanting to become Print Media Journalist of the Year. And then, but we'll try to give you the full run of journalists that will know apply for the award according to what we get so far. Then we'll give you more update on it, and then we'll tell you about it. So Ms. Yue is here. Ms. Yue, you won't serve on the awards committee during your time in women football, but we now understand that the issue of best female journalists is not there anymore. It doesn't bother you in a way.
I don't see it as an issue, really. Especially because we have a very, very small amount.
But don't you see as a failure?
Not at all.
In Liberia, that female are now.
But how many of those female journalists even promote women's football in the first place?
Well,
so it's of no contribution to women's football.
So that's why the award committee thought to skip out.
No, I think that you guys can confirm to us that we have a very limited amount of women and female journalists.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the limit.
So I mean, it's not the category is not targeted at men. Well, I'm not coming here to argue for the LFA.
I know.
I think you should call like committee members, and then maybe they could defend their committee. But I'm no longer in that position to defend it. Okay, so let's go to what is the issue between a Liberian journalist of Prime FM, Marcus Solomon, and you? That 5 minutes, Benito, you will post on her page. 2 minutes, the post will be down. Benito, you will post, the post is down. What is the issue between you and journalist Marcus Solomon? Then we can hear from Giant Tumu, who has just joined us. Marcus Solomon, who I referred to on Facebook this morning as a failed journalist, has taken upon himself to forget about his job at Prime FM and focus on my position on the awards committee, which I don't understand why. If he actually wanted me to resign, he would have gone through the channels which he went through after making several posts on Facebook, throwing a temper tantrum like a child. He contacted the rightful authorities, and whatever discussion needed to be had was held. So I think that definitely there's no issue between me and Michael Solomon. He's not a friend of mine that I will be in issue with. But the fact of the matter is he knew that what he was doing was trying to attack me for whatever reasons. he was trying to attack me. That is why he publicly went on social media. If he actually had intentions of me resigning, instead of trying to publicly shame and discredit the awards committee, he would have gone through the proper channels in order for me to resign or for me to recuse myself. But because he was seeking public attention, that's why he went down the path that he went. And the reason in which that I delete my post is because I truly feel like this his little charade and online tantrums 24/7, 6 o'clock in the morning when he wake up with my name, is basically to draw the attention. I think what he is doing is drawing the attention away from these hardworking football players, these hardworking journalists, coaches, and referees who deserve their attention. Those are the people we should be talking about, not a Benita Ure who just sits at football game and and watch the players do the work. No. I'm the irrelevant person. That's why I always delete my post, because I'm like, why is the focus on me and not on Miata? Why is the focus on me and not Louis Brown? Why is the focus on me and not my Bintu Kamara?
Then why you keep posting when you keep?
Because I get it right on my Facebook.
The public is concerned, Ms. Ure, that why this time you started to, or you are raising these issues with journalist Marcus Solomon, when you posted that journalist Marcus Solomon during the last edition try somehow for you to tamper with the results so that he can be favored to win, and that's why John Solomon came back to say no, he didn't say it in such a way. It was he was trying to give some recommendation to you.
First of all, like I said before, Michael Solomon is not my friend for him to give recommendation to me. And secondly, I think Liberian people read things.
What was said by Michael Solomon on that hopeful day of the award?
Okay, let me explain. I think Liberian people read things how they want to read it. My specific post stated that he expected me to cheat for him, or he wanted me to cheat for him to become whatever, I forget what category he was.
He was saying electronic.
Okay. It was a discussion had between him and I after the awards. It wasn't anything that I needed to raise alarm for, that he came to me during the voting or nomination process. In fact, I didn't even really know much about him until I learned about a lot of people during the nomination voting process. So after the awards, when I was leaving, me and him spoke about the results of the award, because actually when we counted the votes, it was very confusing to know between Michael Solomon and the other person who won, because from all indications, Michael Solomon's colleagues didn't believe in him, but the public voting did. So that's why I specifically remembered him, because he had a huge amount of public voting. So that's what me and him were discussing. That's what he said. But actually, if this is the case where the percentages are so little, then we should have made the decision for him to win.
Let's hear from journalist Giant Tumun. Giant, do you have questions for Ms. Ure? Come again? Okay, so we have journalist Giant Tumun here with us on the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports.
The man I having Michael Solomon to serve the other about me.
So let's go over this break. We'll be right back on the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports with Can't Stop Us Liberia.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime unfolded, don't tell her in your hand for the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must talk, and I mean you church.
Welcome back to the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports with Crown Stoppers Liberia being our official sponsor. The last time the president of the local football house said, when he appeared on Truth FM about you recusing yourself, there was the mountain pressures, and then the chair of the committee, Councillor Cole Bangalore, said no member of this committee will recuse themselves. Why you thought to go that way when your head decided to keep all of you on board? Why you thought to resign from the committee? Was you pushed by public pressure? Or were you pushed by the pressure of journalist Michael Solomon?
God forbid. Michael Solomon can never pressure me. Just as you said, the president said that I recused myself, and the chairman said that I didn't. And that's some of the miscommunication that I was speaking about, which of course I didn't recuse myself at that time.
Same issues when the last edition took place, you was on the committee. People were accusing you somehow of supporting journalist Theophilus Clark Wesley, who is near T. Clark Wesley. When Clark Wesley said he will not participate in the process, and you said you like it, you not like it, we will support you. And then your player Miata Morris was the center of attraction.
Yeah.
People are not getting this report that Miata Morris won the MVP award.
Yeah.
How do you speak to that?
But who's supposed to win for the Miata now?
This is where people.
Miata is the reason that 2 people are nominated in the female category, because Miata's 21 assists contributed to Deccan T's over 30 goals. Almost all of Miata assists have been leading to Deccan T's goals. Miata is an well-rounded, disciplined, hardworking, national team playing player. So if she doesn't win, I would be surprised.
Well, and don't you think these are some of the reasons why people were like pushing you to stay away from the award committee because of your close tie with Miata Morris? You spent hugely to bring her on board.
Well,
and
I think that, let me make 2 statements very clear. First things first. I think that when the president brought me on board, he was aware at the time I was a vice president of a football team. And every vice president of a football team will want to push their players or will want to have the best players on the team. So if the president nominated me knowing that I have a goal to have the biggest team in Liberia and have the best team in Liberia, he should expect that the best players will be on my team. Therefore, the best players always get nominated at awards. So I don't understand why people made it a thing that I was on the award and I was a club president. But let me make this very, very clear. When the underground or field journalist Michael Solomon stated that I should be recused, listen, I'm very intelligent. I went to school at Limpopo. I understand the phrase conflict of interest, which I didn't disagree with him. But his statements that I was saying that I was campaigning for Miata, I know better. Even after I resigned, I never once ever campaigned for Miata. So people saying I was a conflict of interest, that's why even more I was able to resign from the post, because if I stay there next year, definitely I expect for 1, 2, 3, or 4 of my players, coaches, or somebody close to me to be nominated. So I cannot continue putting myself in a little box for that sake. I need to promote my players. So if next season when any of my players get nominated, I will be fully free to promote and give my players exactly what they deserve from me as a president.
One may say you did not campaign for her directly, but people will say somehow they saw you campaigning for her. You would, on many occasions, you posted about her, even when you were with the committee. On many occasions, you posted about Miata Morris, the best player in Liberia.
No, I never said she's the best player in Liberia. I got 23 players. On Shatta, and all of them are the best players in Liberia. One thing I do, I will never call any of my players the best player. I post about all my players equally.
You posted more and more.
Never. Michael Solomon's post that he shared was when we announced Miata as a new player of Shatta. And if you actually go through my post, the momentum I built for all the new signings, it was equal. And the journalists that covered, I do everything with strategy. I'm big on branding. So I will never promote Miata over my other players.
Do you really think it would be fair for Miata Morris to be named MVP over Deconti Jackson?
Of course.
Or over 30 goals and cup in
how many of
cup
those
assists?
How many of the 30 goals did Miata contribute assists to? How many?
Well, quote unquote will have 21, so they say.
Yeah, so you should know that an MVP does not only mean you score 20 goals. What is your impact of the goal scoring? Is there only goals? I think Deconti got like 3 assists. So she was only scoring goals. Miata was scoring goals and contributing to Deconti's goals. So take Miata out the picture. How is Deconti going to score those goals without Miata's 21 assists?
Okay, that's your point on China too.
Yeah, so I know what happened.
Yes, you have to speak louder, Giant. Go ahead.
Are you on?
Yeah, go ahead. You're on, Giant. Okay, I think you have to switch a bit close to Miss Yue so we can get it clear. Yeah, go ahead.
So let me say this.
I'm glad you're going to be here and on this issue. We appreciate all of you for the reaching all the far and going for the award ceremony. And we give, for me, for the fact I can give you a hand of applause for our resignation and to admit that during the time we're in, or issue of a resignation, Mr. Recruiter were in question, and she just made it that there were miscommunication at that time. She had not resigned, and they were predicated upon that wrote that article on September 13th. And because after the president then of the president of the Librarian Football Association, Raji, on True FM said that she recused herself from some portion of the award because there are many areas they have discipline there.
Sure.
And then go back on after a few minutes says that she no member of the team have recused himself and he didn't see it necessary for any member of the team to recuse herself. She did the onboard team to have recused herself from the process. And they were very applauding. I mean, applaud for it. And it's just an open and made. She just openly admitted in that contract to both Rajiv and Bango the statement.
Yeah, Bango.
So we can look at it from that perspective that said that both men were actually lying to us. They didn't say the truth to us because she did not reach time. But my article then was not predicated upon Benton Uris, it was upon the contradiction I was seeing.
Yeah, which of course I read the article.
Yeah, so and the other issue is that she made a valid point in terms of who wins the MVP. But mind you, if we revert and see how many assists that Kevin De Bruyne provided for Eden Hazard, then we'll be giving Kevin De Bruyne the MVP. But I'm not saying that Miata is not equally should be competent or win the MVP. Because once you enter the race to in the
last three,
that means you are competent to win. Whosoever wins deserve it. It's not specifically assigned to one person. Whosoever wins. I'm not going to get the urge to to put it in one egg and put it in one basket. I say the size, all sides of the coin is open, so you can look at it and see how best you can analyze it from that perspective. Everybody deserves to win on that one. Maybe one you've been shortlisted. And another thing you stressed on was the issue of Marcus Solomon X, Y, and Z. I don't think you call you to discuss Marcus Solomon.
No, probably.
But Michael Solomon not the central issue here, and I don't know where you say referring to the man as are you referring to him? And why are you saying that? And why are you saying that? So this was not necessary for a young man who trying to do a best for sports in Liberia and refer to him as sports field generally. I think he's doing well. For his audience, he's doing well for Liberian football as well. And so they have promoted more girls as well. He wasn't a person that called female football and understand the league well. So I don't know why you're referring to as field journalist. And then Kojo, you talk about, I listened to Ben Gagba. He talked about the national team and their preparation in Korea as a rubber team. The two matches they're going to play, meaning that nothing to play for. But you're preparing for the tournament or the World Cup qualifier. That's a very good thing, and to prepare, use the matches because we are 0 banner in this competition now. And we play our friend again later. We'll play Morocco again. I'm supposed to be played 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we're going to play now. I read a post that he sent from the Morocco or wherever place the national team is. He says that they are training ball possession in terms of passes, in terms of agility, in terms of set pieces and all of it. These are all things that are necessary to learn as a team. But I want Keita to create the atmosphere in which the player will have a mentor of playing, a tactics of playing, a playing pattern that they will use in crucial matches when the World Cup kick off.
Okay. So let's get back to Miss Yue. But before we do that, this is the leak news coming in from the awards committee. I don't know what they say that every time there's a award coming in Liberia, it will leak out.
But how sure are you guys that it leaked?
Well,
I think that people are just speculating.
I think similar thing happened during the last edition.
Yeah,
exactly what happened.
And let me say this. You know what's funny? The award, the listing leaked before we even finished the counting.
Yeah, so you see,
so it's fake. It's obvious Miata will win. It's obvious plenty of other people on that list will win because they are the fan favorites. So that's why they wrote that list. Probably the list is not even 100% correct. They are pretending because even last year, I am the person that counted the votes with the chairman and Mr. Sibu Williams. And we are the one that tallied everything and worked with Mr. Van Ross to get the final tally. And it was not until almost the night of the event that we had the results. So people just lie.
Okay. So let me get back, or let me go to the line, interact with the callers on 077 6104 104 077 6104 104 0886 500 104. We have Miss Benita Yue, president of Shatter Angels from Kirisburg, as our guest this afternoon. We're talking about women football in Liberia. You listened to her explain from one angle to another about the club, about her.
Did you tell me, say you come here to talk about the progress of my team? You asked me one question about the progress of my team. You come here on gossiping level.
Call us on 076 104 104 076 104 104 086 500 104. We'll talk about the club. The club is doing well.
Thank you.
Us that the club is doing well. From the lower league, you are champions. Now you're topping the upper league. This is applause for you. Even in England, people want to see London Town doing such.
Yeah.
I think you want to raise. The backup point is 5.
The last time we heard an interview here with Belinda, she said she come in the firstly to break the barrier, the dominance of determined girls. I think, do you see this time that your team happening? You're ready to actually break that barrier and stop the dominant determined girls?
Definitely, we are willing, we're ready, and we will break that barrier. But it's not only determined girls. We have other promising teams in the upper league who we are also fighting to take the championship from in their hands.
What are clubs you see as top up for you in this ongoing campaign?
I see all the 11 teams, apart from my team, all the 11 teams in the upper league as challengers to Shatter Angels.
Don't get this person from here. Good afternoon, Yanima. Where have you joined us from?
Good afternoon.
Yanima, where you joined us from?
Yes, Kuka.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to answer to your few guests, answer to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
No disrespect to Marcus Solomon. I heard your studio guest describing Marcus Solomon that way in that manner. But let me go to her. She have an influence over their war because she's a lady one and she's financially.
The woman on the committee anymore.
And she's a vice president that will influence other people.
President.
She's a president of a club.
So if Marcus Solomon describe her that way, she should beat him and talk to him not to.
Okay, thank you. Let's get this person from here. Hello. Yanima, where you join us from?
My name is James. I'm currently on the Equal Street.
Welcome, James.
I want to say thank you so much to your studio guest, Benito, started my very inconsistent now to football. And I want to say thanks also to Shine. Shine, applaud me.
Go ahead.
I want to say a big thank you for making women football to now kind of face in Liberia and also promoting young women. Honestly, I want to give your family back, but something I've been following you, like the change from you and you already call it man. I don't know how you call it.
Failed journalism.
No. What?
No, I'm not. But then she's still like, if the man post and you run after him and then come back to justify.
In my whole life, I come in two of that men posts.
Thank you. Let's get this person. Hello.
Good afternoon to your studio guest and good afternoon to everyone there. Well, my in the program to community.
Go ahead.
I would like to commend when Minister Yuri is doing very good for female soccer in Nigeria.
Okay.
We are proud of the job she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the
Okay, the person stay up the line. Let's get this person. I think this person calling here. Hello. Benjamin, where you join us from?
Yeah, I'm
Go ahead, Sherry.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, Benita. Actually, I really admire this show, right? But this is the issue. I want Benita, to stop calling Marcus Solo for the person as the first thing. And the second thing, this issue, Marcus Solo was wrong by going public. This is like living in the law. If you have issue with something, it's better to address the person privately than to go public. And the next thing for Benita, addressing everything the Marcus Solo has about is also wrong because it raises alarm. Public people would talk a lot of stuff like that.
Okay, Jonah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yusuf Sharif is a Liberian journalist who worked for LIB.
I think that was Mohammed, his brother, Mohammed Sharif. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get this person. Hello. Hello. Yeah, Nia, where you join us from?
This is Lawrence Priya from Manima Resident.
Go ahead.
Let me say good afternoon to Nigeria and good afternoon to the Philippines people. And let me say this, right? For me, I'm not ready to follow appearance or football, one of the female of me, I'm not ready for like that. But after your discussion in studio this afternoon, I think there's raised and the certain questions. I think the certain question is who knows maybe this job very well. You have every single means or aspect of getting football to pencil.
Sure.
When else is about this, it does anything to me, and you get to her, it is possible. But no, she's not here, right? She's not there. And if you say something for her, who is on social media that would intimidate her, that will make us get public to public. Like I said, she's a female, she doesn't have. She will not control her anger as men will control our anger, right? So obviously she will expect her to say something in order to share off herself.
Okay.
So people will call for, let me go quote this.
Yeah, be fast now. Get all out on the line.
Okay. People will call and say, she gets better than men from there.
Okay, thank you. Let's get the person. Hello.
Yeah.
Nima, where you join us from? Go ahead, choose the we are.
Yeah. This afternoon, and I think I want my people here on the show this afternoon. They are what I was given to Miata Murray.
Not yet. It's not confirmed. Not yet. They haven't given their award yet.
Anyone can get their award because they are two top players within our league. And down to the other rest out there. And every one of them, they are screaming well within the team.
Thank you. I get another person. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Your name and where you join us from?
Having bad year calling from Warren Street.
30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to tell Benita thank you for hard work. And second, myself have been following her. And I just want to tell her that she will just bear it and listen to the flowers. Anything, then she can take action. She can just go and take action.
Okay, so let's take former Jubilee FC goalkeeper Edwin Colette on the line. Edwin, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Thomas.
Go ahead and make your input, my brother.
Yeah, I want to say I have to do that. I've been following the show this one like that. I want to say thank you, Benita, for what you're doing. You continue to do football. Thank you for the curious breath. And so the discussion, I mean, Michael had it right to say what he had to say, but my point is he's supposed to have reached out to Benita fight. People come up with spirit because mind you, these journalists have followers, and as people follow people, they capture the information and then send it to other platforms. So if you don't have the real story or the real information from an individual, I think you should reach out to the person first. People come up with information. Okay, then let's agree that Benita said that she is dying, sounds bad. why didn't that guy went by on the radio and or on his platform and delete the post or write that may not have designed before?
Okay.
Promote the player.
Thank you, Cole. Thank you. We got more people on the line. That's squeezing just at least 2 more. We have on 5 minutes to be here. Hello? Hello? Yeah, Nima, where you joining us from? You the middle, go ahead.
I'm calling from the borough.
Go ahead, you the middle.
For our sister, but she has to calm down, especially when it has to do with the genetics of our sports.
Okay.
You guys are working and not getting anything. You can just talk to them, especially when Marco Solomon has an issue with her. She has to calm down.
You keep your
Okay.
issue with yourself.
No,
now.
Okay.
All your comments under my post on Facebook after they live are blocking you.
No,
Trust
no.
me. Well, I'm living with you.
Thank you. That's the person. Hello? Yeah, my final call of the day. Go ahead. No. When you call, you do justice. That take the very final call from here. Hello?
Hello, being the final caller.
Yeah, go ahead, my man. Your name, where you join us from?
Yes, I'm Sarah. I'm going to tell you that I have to get Sarah, you is very rude.
Okay.
Very rude and indisciplined.
There's not that you. Thank you. Miss Yue, we all have time on 1 minute for the past seconds. That wrap up. You listen to the callers. Many of them complaining that journalist Marcus Solomon is one of the respected journalists in Liberia. He's one of the dedicated journalists who follow all of the league's activities from first league, second league, up to women's football. Many of them are like unhappy about your stand against a Liberian journalist, referring to him in such a way you call him.
The reason I call Michael Solomon a failed journalist, which I repeat, failed journalist, is because you don't use other people's character and try to use other people's character to gain public attention or use other people's character to please people who are putting money in your pocket. That's what makes him a failure. And there's no way that somebody will call me ugly and I'll call him fun. So if Michael Solomon call me ugly, I will call him hideous. But just to speak to some of the other callers, yes, Mr. Edwin Colette. Edwin is one of the former players who supports football, especially women's football, and which I really appreciate him for. I see him on the field watching a lot of women's football games. So I think it's amazing. I really hope that all these people that are following football in Liberia make it an important thing for you to follow women's football, because women's football is growing. These girls are getting their minds right. These girls are becoming dedicated to the sport more and more every day. So I really hope that all the callers will see the need to follow the Women's Upper League page on Facebook so they can get the fixtures and just show some love to women's football, because honestly, President Raji is doing a great job, but the fans are needed to help push his effort.
Thank you very much. Ms. Benita Yue has been my guest on the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports, that comes away every Saturday from 12:30 to 1:30 on Freedom 87.9. This is how I love to go home. Many thanks to the man Giant Tumu who chipped in. The Liberia Football Association 4th award ceremony will be on this evening, kicking up at 6:30 at the Ellen Johnson Salive Ministerial Complex, where Kappa kick off 6:30. The official program will be around 7:30, where sports followers, including journalists, captain, coaches, referees, will be awarded for their brilliant work done over the last season. Until then, I'm Thomas Kojo Rolak. Have a very pleasant time. And remember, Crime Stoppers Liberia is the official sponsor of the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports. Bye-bye.